show. And we are live here at iShook Comics. I didn't even hear. Did you hear the intro? I didn't hear.
I did. I heard the intro. Yeah, it sounded
interesting.
good. You had it right after like a boxing thing. I mean, I'm like, are we going to be sparring, Benny? What's going on?
Well, that's the idea. I want to play it again because I feel like,
Okay.
one second.
All right.
Yeah, I see it wasn't playing the whole thing anyway. The intro video needs to be redone properly.
Yep.
All right, guys, we are here live at iShook Comics with here our good friend, Mr. Ben Blankenship, head of iShook Comics. He's the head. He's the editor-in-chief. Everything goes by him. I don't have veto power, maybe a little veto power.
You totally have. You're the CEO. What are you talking about? You've totally got veto power.
So let's run down what we're going to be talking about today. So today we're going to review the first two episodes of Star Trek Academy, Doom review of the new Netflix movie, latest Absolute Batman, not beating Marvel, or is it beating Marvel? Discussing about canon with regards to stories, latest works on Super Black, inevitability of AI. Right, I said it right now. It's like sometimes my eyes don't read properly. All right, then how one movie affects another movie with the same franchise, specifically Megan 2.0 and Soulmate. Mario the movie.
Oh yeah.
The CEO of Disney stepping down. New Batman disaster with writer. Clayface movie that's coming out.
Yes.
Zack Snyder Batman movie that might be coming out potentially, and Netflix grilled for Warner purchase in Congress.
Oh, yeah.
Will Netflix actually own the Warner Brothers franchise and business altogether?
I hope not. I hope not. But I mean, you all think what you want. Come to your own conclusions.
Well, the latest, since we did this outline, the latest news is that Paramount has another bid, a chance for a bid for Warner Brothers.
I think by far they're the better choice. You know, when I heard Netflix, I thought, oh, gee, no, not that they haven't did anything favorable and good. I feel like this Gina Carano Ronda Rousey fight that they've got coming up is going to be a huge deal for them. The top two women's MMA fighters, period. That'll call a bunch of people in. Gina Carano was always my favorite. I've seen all of her fights. I knew her record on the Sherdog fights. I used to follow MMA and all that. They both did wonderful things acting.
Okay, cool. So let's review the first two episodes. I'm gonna do a little promo clip of the first episode of Star Trek Academy Fleet. Okay. Let's share that screen here.
Is this the first episode you're showing?
Yeah, we're gonna do the first two episodes.
I like the first episode a lot.
Well, let's first give a preview and then we give our review as it should be done properly.
He's so this is the character.
Yeah, he's a great actor. Let's just watch this part.
Don't trust them! Don't trust them! You trust me! You trust our moon!
Bye-bye, Mommy!
I love you! Mama? Caleb, I love
you! Bye-bye! You hold on to how much you hate me right now, kid.
Get him out.
It'll keep you warm at night.
Get him out now.
While you sleep with their boot on your neck! This is jail! You call this justice!
So that's the show right there. That's the first episode clip. I mean, I think the clip was very dramatic.
I did too. Do you know that the captain there, the woman who becomes the person over Starfleet, do you know that she's Elastigirl in The Incredibles?
Okay, yeah, okay. As an actress, yeah.
The animated Pixar thing. She's
the voice. She's the voice, yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I don't know how that was relevant to Star Trek.
Just who she is as an actress. It's
okay, fine. So let's talk about I think the first episode was hot. Mm-hmm. It was awesome. I think it did open up an opening of what Star Trek is about and the future of Star Trek. The Academy, listen, everybody spoke about the Academy throughout all the Star Trek history. and we really never knew what was going on in the Academy, right?
Yeah.
And the fact that they put out a show about the Star Trek Academy is actually pretty good. I actually like the idea that they did it. I would have a few reservations on it,
Yeah.
and how they did it, what they did, why they did it. You know, like in regards to the social construct of what Star Trek is about.
Yeah.
So if you remember, we discussed, and I want to get this clip, but give me your take on the first episode and what you think.
Okay.
In regards to its opening scenes.
This is not going to be spoiler heavy or any kind of thing like that
Okay,
in
cool.
regards to that or the other one. I will say that actor, the villain, the man that was screaming, "This is not justice," and all that it showed, he is fantastic in that episode. Now I'm caught up. I've seen every episode so far. He will appear again later.
No, let's not mention that.
He is
Okay.
pure fire every time
Obviously,
he's there.
yeah.
He makes this show. He's the villain in both episodes. He really drives them. He's great. I love it. So here's my downfall on and I've got a bunch, but here's my thing. When you talk about, let's say, the original series, Star Trek, you're like, which characters do you really like that resonate with you, Ben? There's quite a few. And then, I mean, I can name them, obviously, McCoy and Spock and the captain, Scotty, O'Hara. There's other people, but those are the ones that jump out at me the strongest. And then when you go to Next Generation, you've got Picard and you've got Data. Really, one of my favorite characters on there, too, is a villain. It's Q. But you have several. Riker. I thought that Counselor Troy was hot when I was a little boy. So you have that going on. So they're the ones that kind of I did like Geordi. I liked the eye thing that he had going on. I thought that made his character neat. You've got that with a bunch of stuff. So I'm going to tell you where my wife ranks this out of all Star Treks. This is not her least favorite. This is her least favorite next to her rock bottom, which is Deep Space Nine. And I'm kind of there. I would put this low down on the list of all the Star Treks for where they stand with me. I'd really have to think about it to calculate a list, but this is not one of my favorite ones. I think that there's 2 episodes in this, and the first one is one of them, that are hot episodes, and the other ones, they're kind of okay. I don't think they're terrible, but I think that they're okay. But both of the episodes that are the best have that dude in them. That's my take on this. That man does a lot for it. My favorite character, and it's the little boy when he's older, probably for the good guys. You're kind of rooting for him, but he doesn't do it as much for me as the villain. You really want characters to cheer for and believe in, and that's good writing. And you don't have that to the extent that you have with any of the other Star Treks. I mean, if you said Enterprise, I mean, you got T'Pol, you got whatever the dude's name is, the cowboy kind of engineer guy that loves her, and then of course you've got Scott Bakula, who's Captain Archer. Just right there off the top of my head. There's other characters, but those are the ones that stand out to me. This show, yeah, I know who the people are, but it's like I don't have that for them as much. They're just, again, they're okay. The 2 episodes with this dude, first episode, and I think it's like 6. I like the hologram doctor, but of course he is a repeat character from another Star Trek thing, but I do like the hologram doctor quite a lot. I've always liked him. He was the most popular character, I think, on Discovery, or not Discovery, on Voyager. So I like him a lot. Reno, they don't do enough with her. I like her only because she's sarcastic. She's a smart mouth and she's got good comedic timing, but she's a comedian in real life. So, I mean, that kind of adds to her, but it's just kind of the smart aleck, person. She's like the old men on the Muppets that just kind of mock people. But yeah, so this villain dude, stand out by far. He's my favorite. The way that other characters correspond to him, like the lady that you saw, the one that's going to be put over the academy, that's really what makes them better, is that they're in a scene with him and that he's carrying the scene, doing so well. And because he's a good actor, he makes them come off better. Not knocking anybody's job at all. I'm just saying, as far as like characters that I get behind, I like this guy. I like him as a villain. I want him to live and to continue on into other Star Trek stuff. He's a pirate, basically, a space pirate jerk. That's the kind of villain he is. But yeah.
Okay. I mean, my issue is a few issues here in the Star Trek realm. And obviously, this Star Trek Academy is obviously being built or created in order to accommodate the current culture in America,
Mhm.
in order to attract viewers. I mean, that is something that they're for sure doing. They need to attract viewers and need to get, different types of demographics following or watching this specific Star Trek Academy.
When
I
you
think
say
it's
that,
good.
that sounds like the Super Bowl.
Well, yeah, the Super Bowl was a
That's what
disaster.
that's what that was. Is they're
Yeah, but
trying to
I think
pull in
this is
people? It's
more
not.
for no doubt, but I think this is more for not millennials. It's more for Generation X, right, and Z. I'm saying Generation Z. I think it's more to accommodate their cultural understanding of society in order to have some sort of relatability to the new Star Trek. I mean, I get what they're trying to do. They're trying to develop a new audience. If you remember, there was a scene. I'm trying to find that scene where they had a girl with a hijab, and I'm like, it doesn't make
Yeah,
sense
a
that in the
yellow one.
Star Trek, yeah,
And
the other one,
they also did that on Lower Decks, the animated one. They
yeah, I
also had.
saw that one. Yeah, I saw, but again, oh, here it is. Okay, here.
Go ahead.
Let me share that screen. I just found it,
And
which it doesn't make
this
sense to
is the
me.
latest in Star Trek too. So this isn't early on in Star Trek. This is after
And then you don't
Discovery
have her
time
anymore, by the
travels.
way. And then you don't have anymore. You don't see
No.
you don't see in any of the episodes. Here's the
Nope.
scene. 1 second.
I'm not wearing a uniform.
First year, were you instructed to jettison your gear?
There you go. You see that
Where's your?
right there? Right there. I'm gonna pause it.
Yeah, right there. I see her.
Right. 1 second.
No,
1 second.
yeah.
Another one.
First year, were you instructed to jettison your gear?
Like right there. Out of
Yeah.
all religions, right?
No,
let's come out of that.
absolutely.
Out
And
of all
they,
religions, we're saying Islam, right?
yeah,
Has survived millennia's worth of again, it doesn't even make sense that religion will survive, because
there's
if you know anything about the history of Star Trek,
yeah.
there was a huge nuclear war that destroyed everything, right? All types of products, all types of materialistic things. So whether they would have this existing, like, it doesn't make sense. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me.
What you have in Star Trek, and you know this, is that the earlier iterations were different than they are now. Captain Kirk, there's an alien purporting himself to be God, and he says, I find the one sufficient. And then when you turn into like the next generation, they're like, there was there was an ancient earth religion, Christianity or whatever. And then you go to pre-warp societies. They had these people from Earth that were in Discovery on another planet, and they had all the religious symbols, like all of them, chalked together in some place and all that. So yeah, because we're talking fiction. So in the world of Star Trek and all that, that's like way back in the past. Not that they don't have like druidism now, but I mean, when you think of that, you think of like the Dark Ages type stuff. Even though they all that stuff's kind of survived with like fringe groups or whatever. But yeah, in Star Trek, they just don't like have that type of stuff. And if they did, as somebody that's a writer, you'd really have to break down some ramifications and all of that. So if they still had Islam, or they're Islamic extremists, have they killed all the Christians and Jews? Yeah, I mean, mission accomplished, Benny.
Right.
I mean, that's it. All the Christians. There's no more Jews. There's no more Christians. The Islam has killed them all, or they faded out, or what?
No, it doesn't
whatever.
make sense, because you have modern westernization of society. That's literally what's happening here.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make sense. Obviously, the whole Star Trek thing.
It's very Western. There's some cultures that are not compatible with other cultures in Star Trek, or is there a Gorn at Star Trek Academy? I mean, watch them turn around and do it now.
There is a mention of Gorn,
but I mean, in the Academy, like,
we don't know yet. We don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think their culture would jive. Watch them try and do it. But I mean, there's cultures in Star Trek. There's cultures in life that don't work within other, things. Somebody had posted, and I'm gonna drop that. I'm gonna say it, and I'm gonna shut up. Somebody had posted on Facebook. They said, "Isn't it weird that you've got people that hate white Christians, but then they want to move to nations that are predominantly white and Christian?"
Yeah, that's for sure.
But yeah, I mean,
That's for
it's
sure happening.
you
All right,
know.
let's get to the next episode. I have another clip for the next episode. I think this episode was obviously a thing that we never knew, right? That's the relationship between
Betazoids.
Betazoids and the affiliation of them entering Star Trek. I don't want to give it away, right? Please don't give it away.
I won't.
Let's just see what the scene is and understand that there was a conversation about whether the Betazoids are going to come back to the Star Trek.
Yeah.
The Star Trek. What is it
And
called?
The Starfleet Academy.
The Starfleet into Starfleet, right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah, and a lot of this talks about the burn and everything because that's already happened.
Right. So here we go.
There's the Kelpie
Friends,
that you
welcome.
saw.
On behalf of the Federation, we are humbly aware that we failed you in the aftermath of the
She's the
burn.
Betazoid.
Our resources were
Let them-
stretched very thin. We have deep admiration for how you kept your planetary system whole. Now the Federation is not whole without Betazoid.
Beta-Z appreciates the Federation's accurate assessment of its failures. As I read your lips, Admiral, your eyes are already making the next request. You are about to ask us to lower our wall.
I am. And in return, we offer our partnership and our protection.
Protection for Beta-Z would require 12 battle-ready starships to remain within 5 light-years of our planet at all times, 6 seats on the Federation Security Council, and the power to veto any potential new Federation member without consensus.
The Federation is a democracy, Mr. President. Veto without consensus strips us of our core identity.
Your identity isn't our concern, Admiral.
Okay, we'll leave it at that. I don't want to be too long on that, right?
I like the scene with the. I am not full spoiler, but I like the scene. They have a whale in it.
That's the
nice.
Yeah, but that was well, that wasn't necessarily relevant to what we
That was almost a throwback to Star Trek. Is it 4? The 4th movie. It made me think of where they have the humpback whales.
I mean, I don't remember exactly which Star
Where they go
Trek-
back in time because the one aliens only speak to whales because they've been around longer than people. I'm not saying that as an absolute. I'm saying that as
Okay, whatever. I mean, we're jumping the gun. I have no idea.
Go ahead.
I have no idea. I don't know.
You've seen the movies though, man. You've seen them all.
Yeah, but I don't remember it to that the way you did. So.
Yeah, I've not seen all of Lower Decks, and I've not seen that Prodigy thing, which you said had a character pop in on this. It's in Prodigy.
Oh, you want to see that? I can show you that.
The rock dude.
Yeah, I'll show you that.
I didn't know that. You've seen that, and you're like, no, that was in Prodigy. Never seen it.
Because in Prodigy, he goes to the future or something. Okay, let me show you. Then he gets into Starfleet. Let me show you where the scene.
I believe that this is after Prodigy, though. I believe this is the last one, like chronologically.
I found it here. Let's share it. So I think this character is from the Prodigy cartoon, or the Prodigy,
or the race of them, or whatever.
The anime. Prodigy.
Krebs to Science Lab 7.
There you go.
I'm telling you, I nailed it.
I just wish that I had your confidence.
It's all in the walk, buddy.
I guess.
But Caleb,
That was Prodigy.
Yeah.
That character is from Prodigy.
They have a lot of throwbacks to all the other Star Trek stuff. So I mean,
so I want to see. Let me share the screen. Characters of Prodigy, but it could be not necessarily. It could be not necessarily. What's the right word?
Where do you rank? I don't know. Where do you rank this at in your Star Trek? Is it amongst the best, in the middle, or at the bottom?
I don't rank it in any of them because I'll tell you why. It's not a standard. It's not a standard type of Star Trek.
Neither was Deep Space Nine.
No, but Deep Space Nine had crossovers, right?
So does this, right?
No, this can't have a crossover.
Okay, all right. So let's.
This is in a realm in itself. This is already the future of Star Trek.
Let's break this down. They have Captain Reno, or not Captain, Professor Reno, whatever, Jet Reno. She's from Discovery. They've got the Doctor. He is from Voyager.
No.
They've got the Admiral. He's from Discovery.
That's not a crossover.
So you're saying that they need to have these people in if they had another
No.
season of
You're jumping
Discovery.
the gun. You're jumping the gun. You're mixing the points. In Deep Space Nine, you had Enterprise entering. You had Voyager at one point being in Deep Space Nine. Like you had like a few kind of mix and match.
The time travel one with the tribbles.
Right. You had all these things within Deep Space Nine. Deep Space Nine was interlinked with all the other Star Trek shows. That's what made Deep Space Nine so special.
Okay,
right?
so Enterprise never had a crossover. What about that? That was the earliest one with Scott Bakula, Captain Archer. Never a crossover. But it was the first one.
You can't. That's why I never really succeeded that much. That show.
I loved that show.
I know a lot of people did like it, but never.
It's underrated. I hear you. They
right.
had okay in that though. They had a proto Borg come to Earth, so they did that. I'm trying to think. They did some other weird thing. I like Strange New Worlds. By the way, I like it quite a lot. I guess it'll be on in like the fall or whatever the new thing.
Yeah, but for some reason, so I don't think it's a real cameo because the color of Rock Tox, which is the character in Prodigy I see here, his color of a stone was red and this was orange.
Okay.
So it made me think that it was that character, but it seems to be. Oh, here. So there's a TikTok on this. Let's see this.
Okay.
Let me see. Let's watch this TikTok.
All right. This isn't going to be like a skanky TikTok, is it?
Huh?
You remember that one time when you put on a TikTok and it's like, turn it up.
Oh,
it's like, welcome to TikTok. Yeah, they had some skank on there. It just clipped to another video is what happened.
Yeah, and it pissed me off,
Yeah.
They have a lot of these suggested videos which are not normal.
Yeah. I don't know, unfortunately. I think they might be.
Let me see what's going on here. Why is it delaying?
So could you show, asking your opinion, because I have an opinion on this, could you show Starfleet Academy in the Middle East? Because I don't think that you could. I think they would ban it.
I think it would be banned.
Yeah. Due to several more modern things that are being shown and dealt with in it.
Right. So I don't want to show the thing, but there is a link that says Starfleet. Who else thought that was Rock Tech from Prodigy at first glance?
Yeah.
Oh boy, stupid. Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of the anime bull crap is on. I don't like using TikTok when we do the. I think it's really bad.
Yeah, it's got a lot of trash on there. It is for video what Reddit is for typing.
Yeah, true. Garbage. No offense to Reddit writers.
Total offense to Reddit. That's like I'm not saying everybody's a weirdo there, but like the biggest trash on the internet seems to congregate on Reddit or just jerky people or whatever, keyboard commandos. It gets mean and ugly on Reddit.
But I give them credit on Reddit because Reddit people on Reddit are actually writing, right? So they're good writers. They're actually writing a lot, right?
Maybe.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, I want to get to the Doom. Let's get to the next segment, Doom segment. So I have over here, let's do our AI. Well, let's watch this guy, what he says for 59 seconds.
Do it.
Yeah. Let me just share this for a second. Let's share this tab instead. Let's go here, what he says here. So you tell me about the Doom stuff. I don't know so much. I'll follow your lead, okay? But let's watch what this guy says.
Starship Troopers? Something that when you shoot that fucker off.
That's it's saying Doom Annihilation movie review, but that is a Starship Troopers thing that it's showing there. Right. Starship Troopers was them killing bugs and everything.
Right. I don't know, for some reason I'm having a delay on my internet. Let me just.
So what are we saying about Doom?
I don't know. You tell me what's about Doom. I don't know. You tell me. You were saying you wanted to do a review on Doom.
You got to take cover because it's a business. I suggest anyone who makes a Doom movie should play a Doom video game. Though I'll give it this: like the key cards look like the key cards from the new Doom games, and some of the sound effects. I was like, "That's."
All right. So apparently they're going to be making a new Doom movie series. I think it's a movie
on Netflix, right?
Yeah. It predates all the Doom stuff. Basically, anything that anybody would want that is a fan of the video game Doom, it sounds like it's not going to be in there. The Doom Slayer is not going to be in there. The whole thing just completely sounds like trash. They're putting the name Doom on it, like the video game franchise. And then they're not giving you what you want. I mean, that really seems backwards to me. It's like having Superman without Superman or Batman without Batman. The Doomslayer is what makes Doom. He's going around. He's basically baddest man on the planet, or in hell, or technically Mars, and he's just taking everybody down. That's all you really want to see is a guy with like a chainsaw or whatever, chain gun, blowing demons all to pieces, and they're wizardy, guys, and all that.
So are they actually making a Doom movie or no?
Supposedly they're doing some kind of thing like that, but it's everything I read about it just sounds like trash, man. Again, all the things that look it up, all the things that you would want to be in it if you were a fan of that game. And I, of course, played that game a lot on a modem. What was it, like a
so I see over
14.4 modem, so you don't know what I'm talking about unless you're like a kid or something.
I got you.
Back in the day.
I'm seeing here they're going to do a Doom anime. So Adi Shankar, known for Castlevania, is reportedly in the works for Netflix for a Doom animated series.
See, they're trying to jump on video game IPs and all that, but here's the deal, man.
No, I think they're doing something better. So the latest data does show that majority of international people, so every Netflix watcher away from America, 50% are watching anime on Netflix.
Anime,
they're not really watching.
Market.
Yeah, anime is a massive market. So I think the Castlevania anime
was done well.
That's very well. It's one of the best. One of the best. This guy, what's his name? This person. Let's give him a shout out. Actually, this person, Adi Shankar. Who is he? What's his background. 1 second. I'm gonna share.
I've got Netflix problems, and many people have Netflix problems, but they have done a number of things right, and Castlevania was among them. Their live action Rurouni Kenshin were great, lots of different stuff.
So this guy, he's an Indian American producer.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's done pretty good. He was born in Kolkata. Oh, he's our age. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, he's the guy.
You both have better hair than me.
That's true.
Yeah.
Might is white.
Yeah.
Well, great. Salt and pepper, they say.
Yeah.
Salt and pepper. All right, so that's interesting. Yeah, so if he's gonna be doing Doom version of it, it's gonna be great.
Man, if they don't have the Doom Slayer in it and all that, I don't know how they can. I mean, it's almost it's a you'll see more than a we'll see, because it's just Netflix. I'm done with Netflix. I'm not watching the Carano fight or anything like that. But I mean, hey, whatever. They could change that by not bastardizing C.S. Lewis's Chronicles of Narnia, but I won't go on with that.
Oh, we're not doing Chronicle Narnia now. That's a different thing. I wanted to talk about.
No. I mean, totally. But that's the straw that breaks the camel's back with me. That don't be going against my boy C.S. Lewis. Go ahead.
Okay, that's already a different.
It is. It's another animal altogether. I'm just expressing my disgust.
I'm just upset that the Chronicles of Narnia, all the movies that were made were never like a staple, right? Like
I thought Disney did well. I thought Disney made them well.
That's ready. I don't want to discuss. Let's make a different segment for that, because I want to do a real review on the books and actually the actual.
It's like 7 books. Yeah.
Yeah, it was one of my favorite books. I didn't read all of them. I read most of them. So, all right.
Did you hear that the people that and I'm not trying to like divert on a big thing for that, but the people that are making this new Chronicles of Narnia, they said, I'm not even going to read the book. I don't even want to mess with any of that. That makes me insane that you would make any property, Star Wars, whatever. And it's like, I'm not even going to look at this. I'm just going to make
I think it's a good idea. By the way,
I think that it's unbridled stupidity to do that, because anybody that cares anything about them, cares about the lore and all this stuff, you should know.
But then watch the other versions. Which are based
no, because all this alternate universe stuff.
Bottom line is,
the story doesn't matter, canon doesn't matter.
Let me explain
doesn't matter. Don't watch
so that's
it,
coming back to the discussion about canon with regards to stories.
Yes.
So I would tell you one thing. Okay, Chronicles of Narnia. As a franchise, never got it right, because as a franchise they did the first 2 and then that's it. They never did the full 7-book series.
3.
Oh, whatever. Okay, 3. But they never finished
Disney
it.
did 3.
Right, but they never finished the full 7. So
I don't remember how many BBC made. I don't remember how many.
BBC probably made a bunch. Yeah.
BBC made them back before Disney. I've never seen them. Can't speak of the quality of them. But they did a thing, and I thought Disney did well with the 3. And the third one didn't. Here's the issue with the Chronicles of Narnia making it like that, right? Unless you're going full on Lord of the Rings and make a movie back to back, the kids are going to get too old that are in it. Right. Because you're taking too long to make the movie, and then the movie comes out, and then
that's why they dies out. That's why they die out.
Yeah, the way around that, animated.
That's true. You have them animated. They have animated versions. All right, the next one. We agree with the canon issue, right? That things should be true to the book, especially if you're doing a book IP
or
right?
whatever the franchise is. If it's
I think there's a new franchise that was bought straight out. No, I'm gonna tell you which franchise this is, and it's gonna be kept to canon completely. New franchise bought bigger than who's the one who wrote Hogwarts and all that stuff? Bigger than
J.K. Rowling.
J.K. Rowling. Which one is this?
Harry Potter. Is that what you're talking about?
No. There's a new one. They just bought Faithful, the company called Faithful, the show called Faithful. Is that it?
I'm not sure. You're speaking of something I don't know.
New franchise bought.
I've never read any Harry Potter,
which stuff, is not Harry Potter, which is bigger than J.K. Rowling. Oh, Disney has acquired the rights to a fantasy book series, Impossible Creatures.
Yeah, that's by J.K. Rowling.
No, so that's not the one I'm referring to.
That is by her though. That's like a spin-off or whatever. If I'm saying it wrong,
yeah, that's fine. Yeah, no, I'm talking about someone else. There's another guy who sold his product. I got to find out the platform. I saved it in my Instagram. Basically, there's a guy who had an IP that's sold, and he has full control of his IP, and he sold it for like close to like 40, like a lot of money.
You mean the way that George Lucas was supposed to? That they said in a press conference.
Yeah, he lost it.
Kathleen Kennedy wrecked it. Yeah, they bought Star Wars.
He says he doesn't even care about it anymore.
They broke his heart. They broke the man. Star Wars. What Disney said that they were doing. Well, let's assume that they're not liars. What they said that they were doing is they've already got enough girls franchises. They wanted a boys franchise, and then they put somebody over it, and they said, "I want to make this for girls." Embodiment of idiot. Like, shouldn't even be able to do anything but say, do you want fries with that? Somebody that stupid. Girls are allowed to like a boys franchise. If you look at manga, because we talked about this, right?
Right.
They have different names or Japanese words, and it'll mean that this one's for girls or this one's for boys or this one's this or this one's that, and they don't change it. And you're allowed to not be in whatever group that it's made for the general, demographic and like it. That's okay. You can do that. Okay. I have read it's like the really Jewish book for Jews, and even though I look Jewish, Benny,
I think you are Jewish.
But I mean, you can read or you can like whatever you want to read or whatever you want to.
I'm not judging people, bro.
Somebody said it had a lot of cute jokes in it. They had one rabbi that went to the other, and they said that they had like a rat that was there in the synagogue, and he said, "I don't know what to do to get rid of this rat." And he said, "Just throw it a bar mitzvah, and you'll never see it again."
That's so mean. Okay. Anyway, I want to tell you who it is. So here, let me share the article, and this is a very powerful sentiment that you should keep. If you have a good IP, work on it very hard, and then we'll talk about Super Black's future. Okay. Let me share the screen here. I want to get through the segment so we can get to the next show we'll do. Yeah. Prepare. And we're going to go live vertically and horizontally, by the way. So fantasy writer Brandon Sanderson has retained rare control over screen adaptations of his Cosmere universe. So have you heard of the writer Brandon Sanderson? If you're not, you're sure to soon, as a major deal with Apple TV that his writing could be a big new fantasy franchise that everyone will be talking about. Sanderson is best known for his expanded literary universe, the Cosmere, with books set in various planets that manifest different but interconnected forms of magic. Look at that. That is so cool.
Hey, Brandon here with your weekly update. This is a big one. You may have read the thumbnail. You may have seen the news. But I am adding a brand new percentage bar to my website, the Mistborn Screenplay, which is at bing, 2%.
Interesting. I love it. All right. So anyway, that I think is a huge thing where you have a person whose IP is now being bought by Apple TV and has a large holding of their, what's it called?
Stock?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is really cool.
That's neat. So did you say that he has control or say or whatever over this?
Yes, he has full control. More than listen, he sold 50 million copies worldwide.
Yeah, I love the fact that I don't know anything about these books or anything about this dude, but I love the fact that the creator is retaining control, because then you would think that it would have that kind of consistency as to what it's supposed to be, and so it's not going to mess it up.
That's why One Piece is very successful on Netflix, because One Piece is literally it's matching the manga, right, in storyline.
Extremely popular franchise.
Yes,
huge.
Bleach also did pretty good in live action, but I think Netflix really put money onto that. Unfortunately, Dragon Ball did not succeed well on Netflix, but I heard they're doing a new one potentially.
Are they making one that actually looks good and has the vibe of Dragon Ball?
I think they're going to do that.
Okay, I mean, it's like, come on, man. I mean,
I think it was a big mistake in Dragon Ball that they thought they could go one movie pre-Super Saiyan. They had to go in the middle of the franchise, right? Mm-hmm. They should. The fact that they started from the beginning of the franchise of the manga, that was the mistake. They need to go smack in the middle, Super Saiyan 2 or Super Saiyan 3. Like, we all know the story. We don't need to know. We don't need to go from the beginning. That was the biggest mistake in the Dragon Ball movie series.
I don't know. I wouldn't mind it if it was. Is it the Red Army or the Blue Army or what are they? I wouldn't mind that, but then again, you're coming down with the problem that you'd have a young kid playing Goku, and that he's going to age out. So I mean, you couldn't really do that.
You can have what's it called? You can have a prequels. You can have sequels. There's so many ways to do it.
Do you know what my favorite Dragon Ball thing was? Because people get aggravated about this. So if you've read the manga, and I have, and if you've seen the anime, and I have, the anime that is my favorite is not in the manga. And people will debate, is it canon then or is it not, because it's a filler. The Garlic Jr. saga is my favorite one, which he's a villain in the first Dragon Ball movie. I like the Garlic Jr. saga a lot. What is it? It's like 14 or 12 episodes or 8 episodes or something like that. It's in between, after Frieza and before the Android saga. And it focuses on Krillin and Goku's son, Gohan, and Piccolo. So you're seeing the lesser characters that aren't as big a guys, and it's focusing on them, and they're fighting against Garlic Jr.
All right, cool. So now, latest news on Super Black. Our goal is to continue Super Black and working on the IP. Our goal will also be doing a manga version, and the inevitability of AI. AI will need to be used for videos and creation of videos. Like, it's impossible to beat AI. But in iShook, iShook Comics, we guarantee. Let me finish. We're guaranteeing no doubt use of artists. The AI is only an accessory use in our company. So just to clarify to everybody, accessory use means marketing, materials, things of that sort. Go ahead.
There was a video that was fantastic. The founder of the Rippaverse, Eric July, talked about AI, and I thought that he had some really good things to say. He was talking about how the tool isn't any better than the creator that's using it, how it really doesn't change things. In fact, it actually makes it worse for all of us that aren't up on the top, because Disney has 60 years of IPs and all this stuff going on, and they've invested all this in AI. They've got all the marketing and everything like that, which is what a company really needs. So, the AI is not really affecting them. What it has damaged enormously are books on Amazon and everything. He was talking about that because so many people will make AI books. So there's that many more new books by lesser known creators that it buries you. Again, if you were Stephen King, it's not going to be a problem. If you're Disney, it's not going to be a problem.
I disagree with it wholeheartedly, and I'll tell you why.
I'm just telling you that's what multi-millionaire Eric July comic maker.
May God bless.
He could be wrong.
May God bless.
Do you think Eric July's wrong? I want to hear you.
Yes, I do.
You need to clip this. People like that.
Yes, I do. I think Eric July is wrong.
With it, but you talk about why it's wrong.
And I'll explain to you why. Because I publish people's books. Mm-hmm. I've published many books.
On Amazon?
Yes, on Amazon. I have at least 20 in my KDP account, and we have another 30 in the midst, right? From one author and multiple authors. And understand this very well. Like we have to understand the world of AI just makes production faster. So for example, if you're editing a book, right? How faster can you edit a book than through AI? Like if you're an editor and you take your book that you're editing right now and you're using AI to edit the book.
We're talking about people making books with AI.
Yeah, but so again, remember, it's like a comic book. Okay. If your comic looks like crap, it won't sell. So if you're using AI to develop comics, first of all, it's very hard. It costs almost the same amount of money for the credits than hiring someone.
They're inconsistent right now. Now they may
no, they are consistent. Depends. I'm not going to reveal.
You might have to throw out some cash to really make that happen.
Yes, exactly. But I'm not going to throw out workflows and how I do it because that's going to be in my coaching webinars. How to use AI and workflows for specific tasks. Because first of all, I'm trial and erroring the workflows. So there's workflows for business, workflows for other things I can use. Besides our own app, iShook.ai, which is coming out.
You're good at the AI stuff. I mean,
because I've been doing it since 2021 when it came out, 2020, right? In COVID. Okay. All right. Right? I've been using them since then. So I know the progress and the evolution of them, right? Yeah. But again, the imagery AI is still difficult. It still doesn't match. Like I've been trying multiple times for them to match the AI to create the scenes in live imagination of scenes through our own comic that we created. Mm-hmm. So our workflow basic is getting comic peoples to draw out our stuff, and then from what they draw out, now we create a video version of it through AI. Like this is just a preliminary version. We're not doing anime, but there is technology coming out that can make it very, very, very successful. But there's still limitations. They got only 10 to 15 seconds. There is one AI that could potentially do it, one platform, but they're pretty expensive. It's not necessarily worth it. What I'm saying AI should be used as an accessory. What does that mean, accessory? Where we get ideas out there in order to complete communication with the drafters and drawers, right? Like this is what we're looking for. This is the scenery. This is the character styles. So I think the AI will need to be used in the comic industry, but I don't think the AI will be enough to replace drawers and creators and colorists, right? I don't think it's enough potentially as of yet. Who knows what will happen 3-4 years down the line with AI, honestly. That's my opinion.
I mean, again, I've not played with it a lot. I've seen people use it as a toy. I did that too, which that's kind of marketing. Ask it questions. It can generate, answers about stuff, research and types of things like that. But I mean, as far as like writing and everything, I think that you really have to have the human element. It does go after writers. It does go after artists. I am an artist. I have a trimmer in my hand. I don't draw the comics the way I want to. I'm way more of a cartoonist. I'm like BC and like that kind of, like comic strips type stuff. BC is my favorite comic strip, by the way. That and Spy versus Spy. But no, I mean, I'm totally pro artist. I like that Comic-Cons have banned AI there for people selling AI art at Comic-Cons, competing against real like artists that painted something and all that.
Oh yeah, that I don't think they should. I don't think an AI artist should be competing with regular artists in a show. Yeah, like if they want to do a separate AI show just for AI artists, go for it. But they shouldn't be competing with real artists. The real artist puts his time, money. It's like selling off knockoff Gucci, and at the same time, Gucci is presenting their own. Come on, you don't do that, right? Mm-hmm. You don't compete with knockoffs and the real deal.
You know what?
That's my opinion.
You know what AI is kind of cool though.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm about to segue it for you. Megan and Soulmate, Benny.
Okay, well, I was gonna do the Mario first.
Oh, okay. You didn't want because we're saying AI. I'm like, that's the AI stuff.
Oh, actually, yeah, Megan and Soulmate is next.
yeah. They had.
Okay, so talk to me. What happened with Megan and Soulmate? And then we'll go to the Mario trailer.
So let me be clear on what I've watched and what I haven't. There have been 2 movies. I watched Megan. That's a 3 in the place of where an E would be. And I have not seen Megan 2.0. In fact, a lot of people haven't seen Megan 2.0. It did not do well in theaters. So they have advertised. They had trailers out for Soulmate. And it's the same universe as Megan. It's an adult companion. Make of that exactly what you know that you're supposed to make of that. It's Megan Fox. She looks hot.
Okay, let's keep it.
She's not a fan of the guy's significant other, and it will be an endangerment to them. Is the impression that you get from the trailer. The trailer looks really good. It really sells the thing that you've got, and the AI overbearing villain, thing going on. And I was like, I'm wanting to see that movie. That's one word, Soulmate. There's an 8 in the place of where the letter A would be. But it's not going to happen until some distributor steps up with the money to go ahead and to distribute that thing. And the reason why is because I guess they lost enough money on Megan 2.0 that they didn't do it. Now, you could show the trailer. I'm not advising you to do this. You could show the trailer.
I'm not showing none of these shows. I don't like
No. I'm saying, for example, you could show the trailer for Megan 2.0. The trailer for Megan 2.0 is just kind of got her dancing around, and it says the B, you know what word I'm saying that starts with the B, is back. And that's it. And I'm like, that doesn't make me want to watch that movie. That's not selling that movie. There are trailers that you're like, wow, I've got to see that. Megan 2.0, not seen it. You can rent it. It's, streaming or whatever. If you have Netflix, I think it might be included. You can check that out yourself if you want.
All right, but let's get to the point.
But it didn't sell it to me, and it did.
I don't know why we're promoting the sale of the product.
It did so poorly in theaters that it's caused Soulmate to kind of be at a standstill. Even though they paid for it, even though they made it, they want a distributor to step on board and do that because it's like hit them too hard, which I want to throw in humorously enough. Why don't Angel Studios do it? Because they're going ahead and doing Animal Farm, and they've got some kind of socialist communist thing. So again, they stepped away from their base enough as it is. So why not just go hog wild there? I'm not going to watch the Animal Farm thing, but if they put out Soulmate, I would go and watch that.
Gotcha. All right. That's your assessment. I have no comment. Let's get to the Mario. Let's get to the Mario show here.
Did you grow up with Mario?
Yeah, of course. Now,
Oh, you're here.
Now, where's the troubled pipe?
The scared guy anymore. Yes, I am! People don't change!
There's the problem. Hey. It's all right.
Who is this?
Come on.
So some dinosaur just shows up and he's now part of the group.
Cool. That was a good one. That was so some dinosaur just comes up.
Yoshi was awesome, man. Like in Mario World when that came out. Okay, so the evolution of Mario is, first off, here in America, we did not have the normal Mario 2. It was the Lost Levels. You only got that on the Super Nintendo with Mario All-Stars, and it was a nightmare to play, okay, with the poison mushroom and all that, which I've seen footage in this that they've got like an homage to that. They go into some kind of bar or whatever, and they've got like images of the poison mushroom. It's got the little skull on it. It's like blue. Yeah, there's a lot to unpack in this. It's questionable whether Princess Daisy, who's the Game Boy princess, if she'll be in it. She lives in like the deserty place, so that may be where that is with Yoshi. They've got stuff from Yoshi's Island in it. They've got all kinds of throwbacks for people that know it. So they're honoring the Mario IP in a way that people that know it, Galaxy and whatever, Odyssey and so on and so forth would know. I'm Nintendo and Super NES, and then I played a little of 64. I've not played like a lot of and Game Boy. I've not played a lot of the newer ones, but no, I know Yoshi. I remember when the Super Nintendo came out in like Sears or JCPenney or whatever, and it was just like the coolest thing, and you could punch the fences and all that stuff. It was great.
Okay, so let's get to the next segment.
That Mouser's going to be in that, by the way.
Yeah, that was the other. Yeah, that's the other trailer.
Yeah, and Birdo is
Okay, so let's get back
to Mario
this.
2 fan, even though it was just a repackaged thing from an Indian game.
So now we have a thing where Bob Iger is stepping down 9 months before his contract ends. So he's stepping down because he has destroyed Disney altogether. That's my opinion. Thank God, thank riddance. And a lot of business people say, this person has not made any Disney worth any more than it is with the billions of dollars of assets that they have. They have assets should be worth trillions of dollars, and they're not even there. There's got to be something going on with this whole.
So industry. I think that anybody, Bob Iger, me, you, whatever, has a problem when you refuse to ever admit that you're wrong or fault. And it's how deep can Kathleen Kennedy take it before he keeps defending. Everybody sees it. Everybody sees through it. And it's like, well, we've had hills and valleys and highs and lows. And you can tell he's totally camera trained. He comes off as so smooth. But when all that crap is going on to the level that it's going on, not just with that, but with Snow White and whatever, a bunch of different things. It is a nightmare, the situation that he was in. How little control did he have? Is he just a fool? Is he a figurehead? I mean, what's wrong with him that he's saying all of that? And I get being a figurehead and somebody trying to like say that or whatever, but if something is so bad and you don't have any kind of repentant wanting to atone, whatever for it, and you're like, no, there's no problem. There's no problem at all. It looks worse. It does not help you. To at least admit some fault would look better. But no, I'm hoping the guy's not just as bad or worse that's coming in to take it from him. And the Kathleen Kennedy hurt him tremendously. Sure, there were other things. One of the things that people say about Netflix, because Netflix does so many things wrong, is that they have so much content that even when you're like, this is egregious, this is horrible, this is straight out of hell, whatever, they've got this other stuff over here, and it's like, hey, look over here. Disney does not have that amount of stuff, and it was flop, 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 and when they had a hit in it, it was buried in flops.
Right. So the next, I agree with you. Yeah. The next news is the regards to, I don't know why it's taking slow. My path.
Do you want me to pull up that Eric July AI video just so you can comment on it more thoroughly, because that was good stuff? Do you want to?
No.
Oh, come on! It's a short video, Benny.
I don't want him flagging. Oh, why he's using that? It's fine. Leave it alone. I'm gonna give you the Brave and the Bold. Here okay. I'll share this time instead.
Now this is a Batman movie.
Yeah, INGN. So they're the fans, and I wanted to show a Reddit thing, but I'm not going to show the Reddit thing. I'm going to just show this one.
And this is the lady that wrote Birds of Prey.
Yes.
It's over that. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So the Hollywood Reporter confirmed that Christina Hodson is writing The Brave and the Bold, which will be the first Batman movie in James Gunn and Peter Safran's rebooted DC universe. So The Brave and the Bold gets writer, but DC reportedly in no rush to put out another Batman movie. So it doesn't make sense. They put in a writer. They're paying her probably to write it, and they're not in a rush.
Paying her well. I'm sure she's getting paid well.
There's a lot of people saying they don't really like her writing. She did do a few movie writings. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I heard a lot of things about her, but give everyone a chance. Let's see what she
did. She did the Barbie movie. So man,
I would listen. If you're doing a Batman movie, you should be getting the guy who's doing Absolute Batman. What's his name again?
Scott Snyder.
Scott Snyder. Like, if you're doing already a Batman movie, hit the guy who's successful in the Batman comic.
You're right.
That's my opinion.
You're right. And that's an otherworldly Batman comic, but it's hot stuff, and that's the thing. It's selling. It's making all this money, and what you're saying would be capitalize on the thing that's totally dominating in comics.
Right.
While it's hot.
Yeah, I agree with you.
So my thing with Batman, the last Batman movie made, is probably my favorite Batman movie ever made. Now, I was thinking, I'm probably not going to like this movie. And this dude that I know, it's my taste. He's like, this is like you're watching Seven, man, but it's Batman. You can see the grime on the people and all that. And it's really dark. I really like the Penguin series that followed it up. I felt like it was a perfect follow-up. It fit with it perfect. After that comes in the Dark Knight, stuff. I like the second one would come first with the Joker, Heath Ledger. And then probably the first one, I did not like the Bane stuff as well. So I prefer the darker, grittier, street level Batman stuff. I liked Daredevil. I've not seen the Born Again stuff. The first 3 seasons that they had out, loved it. That was full on Daredevil. I like the dark, gritty, street level hero stuff, hiding in the shadows, all that. That's Batman. It's great. Do I have critiques about it that I thought weren't the best moves? Yes. The choreography, the fight choreography is huge. I did not like how they did it. I feel like Batman knows, he does know, if you know comics, he knows like 200 whatever martial arts. You couldn't hit him if you tried. I wasn't seeing that in it. Instead, he's just like trading punches with people. I didn't like the fight choreography that was in it. And a lot of people have complained about that. They've showed animated Batman stuff and said, if I don't see this Batman in a live action movie and he's just kicking the snot out of everybody, they can't even touch him. They're like, I don't even want to watch it. I agree with that. He's like a Bruce Lee or something. He's the baddest man on the planet, martial arts fighter. They need that. They need him tearing people up. And if somebody can hit him or whatever, they ought to be pretty good. It ought to be like Ra's al Ghul or somebody that's, that they're a freak. They're not a normal person if they can even stand toe to toe with him, kind of, sort of.
Okay, next. Clayface movie. There's no trailer, but there is a thing of a Clayface movie or series, I believe, right? One of the two.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's going to be a movie.
Announced. So that's the set announcement we just want to make.
And they had said that it's going to be based on the Batman the Animated Series Clayface.
Yeah, that I heard.
That introduced him, and I love that. I love that. Good. I love that series. I like the way they did Clayface. It would be a good body horror stuff. It's a cream that's poured on him, and it turns him into a monster.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Next, Zack Snyder might be making his Batman movie, depending, I think, if Netflix buys Warner Brothers, right? Yeah, that was the whole rumor.
I've not seen a lot of Zack Snyder stuff. Now, I saw Man of Steel, and I liked it.
I think Man of Steel was good. I think
people are tore about Man of Steel, but I liked it, and I really like Henry Cavill as Superman.
Everybody liked Man of Steel. No one denied the Man of Steel.
No, you've got people that fight about the Man of Steel thing because Superman snapped Zod's neck. That could not have been more justified. He's like trying to fry people with his.
First of all, listen, I honestly say it's near impossible for a person like Superman not to kill these aliens that are coming by. I mean, like, seriously.
We were saying another Kryptonian.
Yeah,
they were on the same level. It's not like he's.
I think Zack Snyder brought a reality to a storyline that we've been.
I liked it.
Yeah,
I liked it a lot. And Zack Snyder's talked about how some people read into it wrong. So Superman, he doesn't feel like this, but it's showing the way that other people feel about him. So they're making him look like a Christ-like figure or whatever. He's in the clouds and is capable. And so people look at him and they see him like this God-like figure, but he doesn't want to feel that way and all that. But
I think we discussed this before, whether this creator, first of all, the creators of Superman were Jewish, so I don't know if there's any Christian.
That was later on where that got added, and he was first a Moses character, but yes,
and he wasn't flying; he was leaping bounds.
That is correct. You're 100% right.
So
if you're saying original, it was different, but you had people write that in as later.
Because what does flying mean? Like if you can float on water like Jesus did, then you can fly, right? That was the intent.
Well, I mean, in any which way you want to swing it, nonetheless, that stuff got thrown in. He's supposed to be a savior character.
Okay, like a messianic character, which anyway, in Judaism, Moses was the Messiah of his time.
Yeah, I mean that's the origin.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, we agree with that.
Yeah.
I don't want to bring the whole 2 minutes, but I can do. It's 2 hours long and it's long. So let me just say the clip. You can watch a clip where Netflix has been massively grilled for buying Warner Brothers for the fact that they're considered to be very, very woke and liberal. So I'm not against the woke and liberals. Good, we say in Yiddish, gesund hate. If you can bless yourself with it, go for it. But if not, listen. If you have so many failures, I think you got to stop doing it. Right? That's my opinion.
The big criticism with film's not even been that, but it's been that it would be a total monopoly. They have came right out and they have expressed that they wanted to shorten theatrical windows, which would destroy
but actually
Warner Brothers is
CEO,
huge.
Right? But the CEO just said today, I saw an Instagram podcast where he said, "No, we're not going to destroy it. We're going to."
That's garbage. That's total garbage.
Of course, that's garbage. And on top of that, they're going to control the media and the market. They're going to be a propaganda machine for the Democratic Party. Which, listen, it just makes it unfair. To have such a huge monopoly that runs the propaganda,
regardless of what that monopoly is. Yes, I agree.
I wouldn't agree with it if it's in the Republican side or Democratic side or independent side. So I think any media monopoly, one ideology is disaster.
It would wreck movie. All the movie theaters would go out, man. So this is something that I disagree with Eric July on, because I've heard him talk about his take on movie theaters, and I think they need to be more this and more that. And the talk that he talks sounds exactly like he never goes to the movies. I have been to the movie theaters a lot. I am a Cinemark movie club member. I've also been to Regal and whatnot. They will have them where you're watching the movie, not just on the screen, but it's bleeding out on the walls. You've got on 3D glasses. There'll be like a black man sitting in the seat next to you. A T-Rex will rip him up out of the seat and eat him while you're sitting there. They've got alcohol at the Regal thing. They've got hamburgers and French fries at the Cinemark. It is totally. Cinemark has the recliner chairs with the heater in them. They've got the D-box seats, which we went to, and those are the seats that rattle around and and whatever, like appropriately with the movie. If you're like flying, you're swaying that way and you're swaying that way or whatever. They've got so many things that are so nice at the theaters. It costs too much money. You can go to the secret movie Monday nights at Cinemark if you know anything about that. And you don't know what it's going to be, but it's $5. So you can get in and you can watch something that's going to be out soon for $5, but it's like surprise. Maybe you'll like it. Maybe you won't. I did it one time to try it. It wasn't bad. It was an okay movie, and it was a movie that I wouldn't have watched otherwise, but it was okay. It was a Stephen King movie, The Life of whatever his name is, and it had a lot of dancing and 80s music in it, but it was an okay movie. It was odd.
Right. Okay. So listen, let's close it up now. We did our show today. We're going to come back in March. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have more things prepared. We're going to go in our future shows. Will be vertical and horizontal. We're going to set that thing up. We appreciate everybody for joining us at this current show. More shows to come. We love everybody who joins us and supports our comics.
Yeah.
And hopefully we're going to create a lot of sweepstakes and contests for those who interact with us. May God bless everybody. Don't forget to follow us at iShook. Our new handle name is not iShook Co. It's iShook in in X. We have iShookComics.com, our store, iShookComics.net, our writing channel, our article channel for comics. And then we also have our YouTube channel, which is iShook Comics as well, at iShook Comics. And then our regular TV channel at iShook TV now. It used to be iShook Co. We changed it to iShook TV. Thank you so much for joining our show with our great editor-in-chief, Mr. Ben Blankenship. May God bless everybody. May God bless everybody. Thank you, everybody, for joining our show. And look us up for things to come. And hopefully we're going to try to be in Comic-Con this coming year in New York. That is our goal. May God bless. May God bless. May God bless. We'll keep you guys updated with our progress.